What's up, guys? So, you're about to watch a clip where my head is cut off, similarly like in the first video that I've made, and both times it was the same person making the film. Now, bear with me, I know it's not perfect, and sometimes you only see under my eyes. We know the issue, and I've told this person several times to make sure my head is not cut off. Like, either this person really doesn't like to see my head, or for some reason this person is just not very good at what he or she is doing. Now, please watch, enjoy, comment, subscribe, follow, and I promise you next time I will not be cut off anymore. Mwah. Thank you, bye bye. How is everybody doing? I've just spoken with a client and she felt as if she knew who she was and that the way she felt was normal. But after me actually pressuring her and answering my question if she was truly herself and if she was feeling happy, she realized that she actually didn't know who she was, that she didn't do what she actually wanted to do. Now, what I've realized on my journey, that a lot of us actually don't use our feelings anymore. We have learned in our years of life that it hurts and there's potential to get hurt when you make yourself vulnerable and open your heart up. Now, we often then put chains around our heart and rather don't feel anything rather than getting hurt, which sort of is contradictory, because if we don't feel, then we don't know how to actually even be alive, because through our feelings we do feel and experience life. Your feelings are a very good indicator to show you whether what you're doing is right or wrong for you, whether what you're doing is something that you love and enjoy and your soul feels exhilarated to do, or whether it actually is not something that you enjoy to do. So maybe you might remember the first time you fell in love, or when you did something that you so enjoyed, your heart beats faster, you feel this bubbly feeling, you forget about time, you're so immersed in the moment, and that's actually how we are supposed to be. But somewhere along the journey, we felt that it was normal, that we just had like a mediocre life, that we sort of felt numb, that we didn't feel anymore, that we were just okay and we were doing something we didn't really enjoy, but it was giving us enough money, so we sort of weighted it up and decided that the amount of money we received was okay enough so that we gave up that need for joy. We all had that need for joy, but some of us just decided that it was okay to use money to sacrifice that need for joy, rather than looking for something that we could combine the need for joy with money. Now, in her case, she really was being a film student, but at the same time she really wanted to help other people and she really enjoyed helping people. So she felt that she couldn't combine the two. And what I told her was that instead of finding ways, thinking that it's contradictory, either or, find ways to combine it. So for example, make film clips or advertisements for charities. So she could combine the filming but also helping people and, you know, contributing to society. A lot of us, and me included, have the issue of not anymore being able to feel, and we look videos on YouTube and other places that motivate us and sound great and teach us how to get rid of our comfort zone and pursue and not be scared, and those are all great and good. But as long as we don't know who we are, as long as we don't know what actually makes us feel great, we don't know what to actually spend our focus and energy on pursuing. So one of the key principles is that we actually need to learn again to feel, learn again to open up and be willing and vulnerable to these emotions and feelings that we have, because we can use them as great guides in our lives. Like, one point of guidance is our mind and the way we think, the things we have learned and experienced that we have stored in our memory. But a big other guidance is our gut feeling and our heart, or our feelings, if you want to speak so. Now, especially with guys and a lot of girls these days, feelings are not cool, it's vulnerable, it's scary. But rather than killing yourself whilst being alive and just living a mediocre life and having no ups and downs, it's so much more worth it to have ups and downs and learn from your downs. And how I felt it and how what happened with her was that before you can have up, you actually need to eliminate previous feelings and the previous fears. So you sort of need to have an emotional breakdown. You need to cry, you need to get angry at yourself, you need to be sick of not knowing. You need to be sick of feeling lost, of not being happy. You need to be angry at this life of mediocrity and maybe depression or whatever you're feeling. And then you can build a new foundation where you can start listening to what actually makes you happy and pursue that. Because once you pursue something that you're motivated, love, and you're passionate about, you will be the best. Like, nobody can compete with you, because you will spend your free time doing that. And I don't know how you imagine to compete somebody in a field that you don't love personally, but somebody else might love that very much. So if you're not happy in your job, don't blame your job, because somebody loves doing your job. And you can't be very good in your job if you don't love it, because you're competing with someone who does. So it's way more important to actually find what makes you feel great, what makes you excited, and pursue that. I think it's so important for all of us to reconnect with who we truly are, to reconnect with our feelings, reconnect with our intuition, and that's how everything that ever has been accomplished has been done. By listening to our core self and finding out who we stand for and what's our purpose and passion in this life. Looking forward to speak to you again next time. Bye bye.